Okay, let's start this session with SCD command. Okay, SCD is a command to do find and replace. It will do find and replace. Okay, it will also print some lines and directories. Okay, okay, okay. If I want to print only first line, SCD-n single quotes 1p. First line I want to print. Then okay, if I want to print 10th line, if I want to print between lines 3 to 5 lines, okay, you can use head to tail to print like this. Instead of head to tail also you can try. You see the head to tail also I have printed that between lines. Using a seed also we can print. Okay, next thing is replace, find and replace. Okay, I want to remove last character in this string. Let's do control C. Okay, I want to remove last character here to display the contents of that variable, that is a string. Okay, echo will display only $x. Okay, I want to, yeah, this is the contents of the variable. I can print cd -s. Okay, before doing this, we need to understand what SCD here. Okay, SCD syntax is SCD. Um, yes, this is the search word. Search word. And next one is the next slash is the replace word, and then G for all the locations you want to replace. S is for search. Okay, this is the syntax of SCD. Okay, now here I am deleting last character. Cap means first character, dot means last character. Okay, whatever the last character, it will delete. If you give nothing means, yeah, here. Let's see this example. Okay, cat I want to replace with dog, and then I want to remove cat in the file. This is the command, something like that. Okay, if you want to remove this search string, you just to give empty in this brackets, in this slashes. Okay, okay, now I want to remove last character in this output. Echo $x piping symbol SCD s s slash dot dollar. Dollar means last character. I want to I want to delete the last character. You see, last character deleted. Okay, I want to delete first character. Cap means it will say always check for first starting character. You see, our starting character A was there, it was deleted. Okay, okay, I want to do search and replace. Okay, let's create some cat greater than data.txt. Okay, I want to replace cat with cow. Sed s slash cat. I am searching this replace with cow. You see, wherever the cat is there, and then replace it with cow. If I do cat data.txt, whether it comes this output or this output, we'll see. See, the replace output is not there in the using this command. It will just to only show the output will be there. If you want to edit the file, then you need to do -i option. -i, it will edit and then replace. Now you see the difference. Okay, you see cat. If you don't give I, it will not. It will not edit. It will not replace in the file. It will just show the output. Next command is find. Okay, I want to find a file using ls. Also, we can find ls hyphen capital R grep. Yeah. Uh, Okay. Touch df slash one dot txt. Okay, I am searching for one dot txt entire folder. I can do one dot txt. Yeah, data one dot txt also coming. Okay, this ls hyphen r grep one dot txt. I want to see this output using find. Find. I am searching this directory hyphen name one dot txt. You see the similar ls hyphen capital R will get the using find will get the full path. Okay, where the file is present. Now star.txt also it will work. Okay, okay, it is not working here. It will work in the other any other. Okay, now I want to do find and replace. I want to do find um, I want to find all YAML files. It will display all YAML files. Xargs here. Here another command. Extra arguments. Okay. The each file, whatever the files that are present, all files should the content should have TTY. The file contents data in the file contains TTY, and then awk-f print $1 and then unique. This is some typical example using find. Okay. First of all, it will search .yaml files, all YAML files in the file, all txt files. Let's see. In the txt files, it will grep the line contains TTY. In the whatever the line contains TTY lines will come. After TTY line, in the TTY line, I want to print $1 with the field separator, something like this. In that also, I want to unique. Okay, let's see. Even this grep-rn TTY, we have run this command earlier session. Same command, same kind of thing you can use achieve using grep find. But find grep-r or yeah. But this field display will not work, whereas here it will display entire line. Find dot slash hyphen name. You see here, instead of I name hyphen name, I just removed that start txt star. Okay, it is displaying wherever the 100 line match all the files. It is similar, same command also using grep hyphen r 100 start txt star. Same similar kind of output. Okay, this command looks similar. This command, both command looks similar. Okay. Okay, extra thing you can do using awk means awk hyphen f. If you want to in this output, colon how many files it is there, how many files, the 100 or we can make 1000. Let's see, let's search this, how many files this 1000 is present. awk hyphen f colon print $1 unique. this should be end. Okay, this is a single quote starting, this is single quote ending. I got the result. Wherever the 100 is there, I got those files, those txt files, only txt files, where which file I want this 100 is there. These files I see 100. Okay, in this directory. Okay, I want to display. Okay, instead of this dot slash, you can put this full path also. Which path you want to check? You can put like this also. It will also give the same output. Okay, but it will give the full path instead of absolute path. Okay. Okay, I want to list the files, 5 days older modified files. You see, ls-l. You see, this file is modified September 26. Today, 27. Okay, I want to know the files modified 2 days ago. How many files modified 2 days ago? Find dot slash hyphen m time plus 2. Any file that got modified 2 days ago, these are the files modified 2 days ago. Let's see when it got modified. You see, it got modified September 8. Okay, that's why whatever the 2 days ago files is coming. If you want to do 30 days older files plus 30, it will come. Okay, nothing is there in my PC. 30 days older files in the directory. Okay, here max depth one means it will search only this directory. It will check only these files. If you do max depth one. Okay, ls-r. Okay, here if you do max depth one, it will search only these files. If you do max depth 2, it will search this slash def slash new folder. Yeah, until this. Whatever the next slash, only these 3 folders, only within this folder. If you do by default, it will check all. Okay, depth means something like that. If you think this is the full path, uh, okay, after Ubuntu files there will be the some other something like from this folder again something like this one, this one, this one. By default, find will search all files and directories inside all these folders, files and everything. If you do max depth one, it will search only this. Max depth equal to 1 means it will search only these files and directories. If you do max depth 2, it will search again 2. Again, if you do max depth 3, it will search files in this place like that. Okay. Yeah, it checks only this directory. If you don't give max depth one, it will checks in all the subfolders, folders everywhere. You see, this is in current directory. This will not come. Okay. If you keep 2, it will checks until this place. Okay. If you give 3, until some more, like this. Okay. If I want to find and delete all 30 days older files. Okay, I want to do find and delete all 2 days older files. Okay, if I do, you need to do extra command. Exec means execution, same like XOR it works. Okay, RMNSR means removal. Okay, in this output, this file will get removed. Okay, you can run this command to see the output. Nothing is there. Okay, you can delete all the files older than 30 days in this path. Okay, as you wish, you can try this command. Okay, this is size. Based on size also, it will show. There will be so many options in the find. Oh, more than 1 MB, it won't there. You can see. You see, more than 10 bytes. I want to list all the files. More than uh, more than 10 GB. More than 5 GB. I want to list all files more than 5 GB. It will show. Okay, entire your system. Okay, it will show. If you want to check entire system, instead of dot, put slash. It will check the entire system. Wherever the file more than 5 GB, it will print. It usually takes longer time to execute. You can try at in your laptop or your desktop, anywhere. Okay. Okay, if I want to, this is just for learning purpose. Okay, I cannot run this remotely means from this PC another PC in the network or internet. I want to run that run any command remotely means using SSH. That is the user of that PC, and this is IP, server IP address, ifconfig. If you do ifconfig, you will get IP address here. Not, ideally, Unix ifconfig works. Okay, in Windows ipconfig. This is the IP address. This IP address. This is this. Okay, this is the IP address. FNP port. SSH uses 22 port. Okay, which command do you want to run? You can run. Okay, this is the procedure to run a command remotely. Okay, next thing is cut. Cut also through using AWK, we did suppose something cut command. Okay, By default, space is the delimiter of the cut. You see, you do. Okay. Cut hyphen C2. Okay. Second character. You see, to come. First character, sixth character, fifth character, fifth, first one, sixth one. First to fifth line. You can first to sixth in the line, first to sixth. I just cut. Using AWK also, you can cut like this. You see, using AWK we can cut like this. Whereas even cut command also does the same. Okay, you can do cut hyphen D delimiter. Cut hyphen D. Hyphen D delimiter hyphen F field here. Okay, cut hyphen D hyphen F2. Okay, in this D I cut second field. If you want to cut third field, 3. How can I choose this AWK? AWK hyphen F field separator print $3. 3 AWK we can achieve this, through cut we can achieve that. Okay. Next thing is compare two files. Okay, I have data.txt. I just created one copy of that data.txt, and then if you do backup, both files are similar. I want to know whether these two files are similar or not. Diff if data is similar, we won't get output here. If some data is suppose I want to remove escape dd, just this line I have just removed. I want to check the difference. Okay, I want to check the difference. If you do diff, it will be the this is the output. Okay, less than, greater than. If you do same thing, you see it's less than, greater than. Difference. This data.txt has this extra line. This this is less than means this directory. Greater than means less than means this file. Greater than means this file. Greater than means this line extra is present. Okay. If the file has only 5 lines, we are able to check. If the file has 1,000 lines, 2,000 lines, how can we check manually? This is not possible. This is the diff command to check the files, verify the files both are same or not. Okay. Any difference is there. There is some other commands that will check the difference. Okay. This com command should work only if those this file and then this file, those two files are in the record, the file content should be in sorted order, then only it will work. Okay, that means sorted order. This is alphabetical order, these contents, then only it works. First of all, you need to sort this file, again sort the next file, then you need to do this. Okay, just read this one. You will do this. You just know common diff will be with the comparing files. Okay. Next one is echo. Echo will display the variables. Just to display the variables in the uh, suppose we are str equal to something. I want to display that variable. Simple echo. I want to go this output of the variable into some other file. I want to open some other data into that file, like this. Okay. Okay. Next one is environment variable. Environment variable. Okay. Okay. You type env. These are environment variables. These environment variables we can access from any folder. If you go to any folder, cd space slash, previously I was in this folder, now I am in this folder. Any variable, any location you can access. Then how can you print this env? Just echo dollar user. I'm just adding this user. It will print the value. The here user value is training. Okay, here also I am getting. You can get anything. Echo dollar home. Wherever you are, all these environment variables have access to anywhere, any place. Okay. If I want to create one environment variable, then how? You need to do export command. Export environment variable, you can put anything. something like street equals to something like something you want to give anything Guntur. Now you type env, you will see the street here. Where is the street? Yeah, you see street here. Street equal to Guntur. You can create environment variables using export command. You can access the street any place. Okay, these are global variables. You can access from anywhere. All this env and then all the environment variables. If you want to add permanently, you need to keep in etc dot profile. Okay. You see any dot profile is here. Yeah, you see dot profile. Every user has dot profile. If you add something here permanently, yeah, if you add some environment variables here, it will be permanently add. If I just add some environment variables using export something like this. If I reboot this system, if again after reboot it will not work. It will not come. If you add in this profile section, it will be available. Okay, it will be appear every time. Okay, zipping and then extracting files. Yeah, this session, let's stop this session now. I think so many we did. Okay, next session we will start from here.